Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This video is going to be slightly different from my tour videos. I'm going to be giving a tour of the cities I've built, Hong Kong and New York City. And the reason there are two cities is because they're not all that big, and I want to give a tour of just about every city I've built in this one world. And yeah. So in New York City, we're going to start off here. This is the 9/11 Memorial. So I think this is part of the museum for it, except it's not in this world. But it does have the map of the entire city. Yeah, like I said, not all that big. Hong Kong's like twice the size though, and it's a cooler city in my opinion. So you got the pools here, and yeah, and these were where the Twin Towers used to stand before 9/11 happened, and now they're gone, along with every other World Trade Center, I'm pretty sure. And all these buildings you see standing around us, all the really tall ones, are the new World Trade Centers. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know what number they are, but they're numbers. But this is the One World Trade Center, also known as Freedom Tower. And this one is, I think it was like 1,976 feet tall, because that was the amount of people that died during 9/11, even though Google said it was 1,997. But that includes all like 13 terraces. There's express elevators that go all the way up. Now I'm gonna stop at this floor here. These are all office. This is all office space, obviously, because it's World Trade Center. And since this is a city world, these floors can be bought by a player, and apparently the entire floor. Crap ton of elevators, and I'm not sure if I included a stairwell in this building. A lot of these skyscrapers you'll see in these cities do not have stairs, and that's because laziness. That's really it, to be honest. So if a fire were to happen, you better hope you'd be able to use the elevators. Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm gonna go ahead and bump up the render distance a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put it at max, pretty much. Now you can see the entirety of New York City and the area around it. I probably won't be building too much more onto it, as I don't really play on this world very much anymore. And this world also has all of my cruise ships and everything. Yeah. This is the express elevator up. And the observation tower over here is a bit wonky. This isn't the express elevator down. You gotta go down a floor. Down 2 floors. To be able to get onto it, which is a little weird, but that's just how it is. Yeah, it's a little, long. This building is the tallest building in the world, I think. And in the Minecraft world, obviously. Because I think it reaches the world height, and no other building does. As far as I know. So onward, I'm probably not gonna go to like the top floors of every building. So over here, if a player were to fall into here, there's a little ladder there in case, but you probably shouldn't swim in these. And the little infinite water, how it kind of looks like. Really cool. That's the Institute of Culinary Education. Obviously, the buildings aren't exactly where they are in real life. Like, that building is more like a block that way in real life. But most of the buildings in the city are based off of one that is actually in New York City. Like, these buildings, I think, are in the real spot they are. And this is just an office building here. Really nothing here. It's pretty expensive, actually. So if I walk this way here, this is an apartment building, And for Hong Kong, I probably won't go through every apartment building because 98% of the buildings are an apartment building. These buildings don't go very high, but I'm going to go ahead and fly up here because there's a little center area here, a little park in the middle. And then you can also see inside these buildings. All of these buildings have full insides. And, well, they're all office cubicles mostly because these are all office buildings. This one's a bit different because the Institute of Culinary Education, I didn't actually look at the inside of, like, in real life, any pictures of it. I just assumed it was a school. So, I gave it desks and everything. That's not good. That door's probably missing on every floor. There's like 3 of these buildings in real life and a village over there. Wow. So I'm not used to being able to see so far. I always plan the distance all the way down. This one is another apartment building. Not very special. You know, I got the room here, and kitchen here, which is a separate room for some reason. And rent here is probably super expensive because in New York City it's $100,000. Okay, so yeah, this building towers over pretty much every other one in the city here. Now this building, somewhat recently finished. I don't know what this building is, and I think it was an office building, but I'm not sure. Here we have the Oculus, and in case you're wondering, this is a whole separate thing from my building in New York City in Minecraft. I kind of stopped that out of boredom. So here we are. This is a mall, and also it connects to the railroad subway. So down here, it goes up a bit into the subway here, which has a subway train and tunnel. And you can actually like go inside the subway car and all that. You get to see all the seats and everything. It's pretty cool. You know, I tried to get it as close to the real one as possible. Down this tunnel is a dead end. That's probably water over there. It's not a fully developed public transport system, as you can see. It's still somewhat in progress. But it does branch off in that direction, where that is. So back over here. These two are the other 2 World Trade Centers. Nothing really special on the inside of them. Like, I think on one of these floors would be a gift shop or something. But these are all just in this world office space. But they do have roof access, so that's pretty neat. And a little park up there you can go up into. It's real nice. They also got water towers on top. You know, basic New York City type stuff here. Which pretty much all of the buildings have a water tower on top of them, except for a select few. I'm not sure what this building is, but I don't think it's part of the World Trade Centers. It's another big office building. And then we got this building here, giant concrete building, literally giant, look at this thing. It's also an apartment building. Let me find the entrance to show off the apartments. Oh, really nice and spacious apartments, even though they look more like hotel rooms, now that I think about it. But that's fine. Check that way. Alright. So through here is just a sort of one-sided road. As you can see, there's plenty of room for expansion. And all this area wasn't... There was a village here, apparently, that I had flattened. So there's a village over there, a village that used to be here, and a village all the way over there. And here is another group of apartment buildings There's just a big line of them. They're all the same, pretty much. Without the NPC, apparently. Oh, because, yeah. I eventually sort of stopped using NPCs and instead had this here. So there'd be less entities all over the place lagging out the game. Tiny apartments these are. And this is a shower, by the way. Whenever you see that blue door, it's a shower. And I think that's almost it. Right here is another apartment building here, I think. Yes, it is. Those are elevators. Lots better here. Same sort of bathroom. And I use that same style of bathroom on cruise ships, too. So this building, I think I had shown the inside of, I believe. No, I haven't. And if I have, I'm going to do it anyways. Reception. There's that guy standing there. Some eating area, a kitchen, bathroom, different style of bathroom, and bedroom. Right here is the Denny's. Very recently built. Okay, I built it months ago, but it was the most recent building to be built in New York City so far. No menu, apparently. Oh wait, no. There is a menu. It's in one of these chests here. Here it is. Yeah. About what you expect in a menu. And I really hurt Anvil that's not supposed to be there. Because I was naming all the food. Because it's a place you can work, I believe. But I didn't label it as a working place. Now, the last building is this one. It's a big one. Huge, in fact. About the usual roof. Stairs to the top floor, okay. I didn't know that. Elevators. Huge amounts of office space in this building. Huge. But I guess that wraps up the tour for New York City. So let's do a little fly around, and I'll fly up the building. We have another great view of the city. So you can see the back of this here. I had to do all that manually, so this building took forever to build. So it's big, I guess, but compared to other cities, it's not terribly big, but it's also really compact. Because every building's like at least a block or two away from each other, unless there is a road or an alleyway. And then there's this one I completely forgot about, but it's not really special at all. It's another giant office building. And you can see that those aren't balconies, those are fire escapes there. And we can go up the One World Trade Center here, which goes far above the clouds. And of course, at the very top of it, there is, in fact, a lightning rod. Making use of it. And I think if I try to touch up here with anything, it'll yell at me. There, yeah, he yelled at me. Yeah. It's really big. But I guess now all we've left is Hong Kong, which is it's big. It's really big. So I'll see you there. Here we are in Hong Kong. Attempt number 2. You probably won't see the first attempt, but the game crashed on me. Surprise. Yeah, I guess the PS5 can't really handle my goodness at building in Minecraft, so yeah. This is the first ship Royal Caribbean ever had, according to Google, and I'm just going off memory here. I'm not sure. It could be. It could not be. It's got the basic cruise ship cabins, all that. Probably has no restaurants, though. I don't think it does, actually. Next to it, I literally moved this ship aside to move this one here, because it was kind of displaced when I, this was at the very old Miami port, and, I changed the port, and I needed to move the ship, and I did, and I put it here. So this is kind of, it's been sitting here for over a year now. Anybody on it is probably still stuck there. This is the second cruise ship ever built in the world. MS Dream, not named after the YouTuber, was the first ship to be started. But then I built 2 other ships before that one was able to finish. And they are roughly the same size. This one and the other one are the same size. It's in the city, so I've never given a tour of this ship. And I might give a proper tour of it, but I don't know. It's got a bunch of shops, Steve's Steak, all that, made up myself. The basic staterooms that you've seen in all my cruise ships. So if you've seen another video, then there's no reason for you to go through here. Big old buffet, and this was based off of Poseidon from that really crappy Poseidon movie that I actually kind of enjoyed. It's not a bad movie, but it's 3 hours long. It's interesting how they do it. Don't mind me terrorizing that. Yeah. That's how old this map is, before the old port was even finished in Miami. Alright. Now, this is the port of Kitech. This is the Kitech cruise terminal here, according to Google Earth. It doesn't look exactly like this. I think it's a lot bigger. But I worked with what I had in terms of space, and I created this. Lots of cool stuff. I obviously can't spend too much time here, because I really do have a crap ton of stuff to go through. Yeah. Well, that's about it for that area. These are fairly new buildings. I think these one might be the most recent buildings in the city. Like I said, like 90% of the buildings in the city are apartment buildings. I wasn't lying. And there's a lot of NPCs. I don't know why. But the apartments look mostly like this. That's about it. With bathtubs, okay. That's fancy. Yeah, I haven't gone in any of these buildings in a long while. Okay, that is a skylight, okay. Yeah, office space, that's all this building is. And like I said, all the buildings you see in this are based off of ones from Google Earth that I have found in the actual cities. And I got lucky with Hong Kong. It actually has 3D buildings. So, that's really nice. 3 of these apartment buildings here. They're fairly nice apartments. I'll look at those in a second. They got balconies. There's this one. This one I don't think I took off of Google Earth. I just kind of did it. No TV. That's weird. Anyways, it's got a couple bedrooms. A bathroom here, I think. Okay. A bathroom here. And a screwed up toilet seat. Lots of sidewalk. Yeah, that's about it for that. Over here. All of these apartments are basically the same, so I'll only look at this one in the middle. They're good apartments. They're compact, but they're good. Yeah. That's... There's stairs that are going to the top floor. So that's why that's like that. Okay, so... These buildings right here. And yes, I know I skipped those. I'll go there in a second. I want to talk about these ones. These ones were also on Google Earth. And they don't look exactly how they do on there. They're missing a couple things. And that's Chinese. I think. Yeah, it probably is. These are big apartment buildings, and they are in the exact location they are right now in the world. There's Kitech Cruise Terminal. There's these buildings. There might be some other buildings in between, but then there's these, and behind them is this. Those. They're really tall. So here we are. These are also actual buildings in the city. I don't. Is this? This is apartments. These are apartments. I wasn't sure because there's office ones, there's apartment ones. They're all over the place in terms of stuff. A bunk bed. That's really cool. A bathroom, big bathroom, kitchen, living room. Yeah. Elevators. The usual, you know. All right. This one is relatively the same, but a different color. This one's relatively the same, but a different color. And different bottom floor, I guess. These are all office space. Really affordable office space. Whenever there's an entrepreneur trying to buy stuff, I always try to get them to go to Hong Kong, to be honest. Because tiny offices, but there, like you saw, the guy only said it was $8,000. So small amounts of office space here, but then the first of its kind here. A coffee shop. And there's offices upstairs. Big and sort of, soda, players take from it. And it's free too. Coffee. Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't really any potion that looked like coffee. And that weakness potion looked brown before they changed all the potion colors. Which they changed all the potion colors. Oh, maybe they only did it for the other texture pack. So right here is the World Tech Center. You probably can't translate that, to be honest. Building words in Chinese is hard to do in Minecraft, considering the extreme lack of space. But I tried my best here. And I think it looks good. I probably can't read it, but, I know what it says. Yeah, so I'm going to go this way first. And sort of try to stay on the side of the road. This is the Bumblebee EDU, or just education. You can get degrees here, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. Degree in officing, degree in piloting, degree in newsing, degree in teaching. Just gets better. Degree in farming, and degree in captaining. Okay, and then back here is a little supermarket where you can buy stuff from. And and they all got their own price, except I can't see it because I have my HUD off. This is Hong Kong. Like I said, lots bigger. Pretty lots. Then they got all the armors here, and they got the netherite armor and all that. So that's neat. Up here, sorry, big apartment building, tall apartment building. Not big, but they're tall. I only go in like one of the apartments here. Apparently there's not on the bottom floor for some reason. Yeah, all these apartments are full of them. Really compact. More bunk beds. Wow. I guess I was sort of into bunk beds when I built this. So that's all the buildings over here over with. And they got the basic brick apartment buildings. I'll just check out a top apartment. Oh my god, they're really that small. Look at this. The most compact apartment building I've ever built. I'm not even sure how much they are, but they're huge. Okay, they're tiny, I mean. You got a little bit of roof access here, right here, where you can jump off if you feel the need to. I don't know how many players have committed suicide by jumping off the roofs of the buildings, but probably in the double digits. I think every player who's been in the server has done it at least once. But I'm curious, how much do these apartments cost? $2,000. That's not terrible for like 50 square foot of space. And here we got a first parking lot of the city. Big apartment building. This one is. It's full of, all the apartments are different inside, I know, but like, you'd get the gist by looking at one. Big. Now, I don't know what this says, but I remember going through to translate it, and said something about a cow head or something, and this is, I don't know what this says, but this is the name of the apartment building. And it's not about a cow head, that's for sure. But that's because it only translated part of it. Now here we have the relatively new airplane built. It's only a little, it's pretty small. You know, I don't feel like breaking in it. But you can see the business class, uh, coach class. They got their little career back here with the bathrooms, although you can't really see it. Shulker boxes for the overhead compartments. And the first class, they got little pods you can be in. I like it. The piloting area with the little crew rooms here. Yeah, so and there's a lot of there. And then I decided to connect them all. So you can go from whatever building you want. Now here are where all the new buildings are. All of these buildings are old, but these ones are new. Relatively newer compared to the other ones. And they're big. This one is huge. But then its friend over here is bigger. A lot bigger. I think it's the the tallest building in the city by the if you count the lightning rod here. It wouldn't really look right if it went any taller, but holy crap, it has a lot of floors. Yeah, it's expensive too. The most expensive building in the world, I think. 2 million. All right, maybe not. But it's definitely my favorite building. Not my favorite building in the city, but of this area. And then there's this tiny one. It is owned by someone. And they have their own company. It's real cool. And like I said, these are all office space. This one is a factory and office space. I think it's pretty cool. And I probably won't go inside of any of these since they're made of glass. You could see the inside, you know. Then there's this one, pretty neat. And then there's this one, which really is close to another building in the city. So I kind of couldn't let it be circular. Except I let it be circular, apparently. It looks really close to a different building in the city. But they're not the same. Probably a different price. Alright, so that's it for this area after this building, of course. Another office building, a big other large office building. Huge. On to this side. I've checked out the World Tech Century already. McDonald's. $15 a minute. That's all there is to say. And here's the menu. You can get a toy for $6. Oh god, the toys. Let me find the toys. I don't. Why would they be in the fridge? Oh, they're in the fridge. Yeah, they're toys. They're mopeds, but they're toys. I'm really curious. One second. Aw. No, I wanted to see if they had fixed the textures for the doors, but they didn't. And outside. Alright, so there's a parking garage here. Kinda didn't really need to be here, but it was put here. 2 twin office buildings. I guess you can call them twins. I mean, they're exactly the same. That's all there is to say about them. They got a nice garden on top, and I really like it. Whew. These aren't twins. They're a whole family of buildings here. They're all apartment buildings, too. And they're relatively, huge. There used to be a bridge here, but I got rid of it and decided not to expand onto the island over there because I couldn't really think of anything to put on it. Up one floor will be the start of the apartments, and they're all the same. I live in this apartment building because I decided to become a civilian for a job and all that. And I think I'm still in debt, to be honest. Like, right here is my money here. That's my ID. Yeah. It's big. This is another school. Doesn't have a stairwell in it. And that's exactly what it says on Google Earth, by the way. So I sort of just copied it down. It's got a little basketball court. It's pretty cool. I think it might have been originally a tennis court. Now this building. Great for simulating zombie apocalypses. You want to know why? Stairs. This is one of the few buildings in Hong Kong with stairs. And the stairs go all the way up to the roof. I'm not going to take them all the way up to the roof, but they go all the way up to the roof. I decided for some of the buildings to put the extra effort, even though it isn't really extra effort, because I found a new way of building stairs. And yeah, that's cool. And then there's this here, which was going to be turned into a building, but it was originally a construction site, but then I filled it in with concrete powder. Simulator sort of getting started. And then halfway through building, there was another player in the world and they needed help with something, so I went to do that. And I haven't continued since. Oof. This building. My favorite building in the city. It's a simple office building. There's a garage. There's nothing behind there. But it's cool. Just look at this. So I can't get a full view of it, but you can kind of see it, how it like sort of goes off to the side like that, but then also has that part that goes up. It's just, it looks so cool, and I love it. Like all the way up here. Nothing really special on the roof except for helipad and stairs. Stairs. And this building, I think, is the only other building in the city to have stairs. Really tall. I don't remember what that says. But it has this. It has a tree. I have never had a tree on a building before. Other than that, a little bit of vines I'd put down. And of course, it's an office building. Surprise. And then we've got these two buildings here. They are different, believe it or not. They're the same, but they're different. I like copy and pasted them, but then edited this one a bit. Pretty neat. And they actually don't have an empty factory floor here. They have conveyor belts and all that, so that's cool. Normally, for all the factories I build, I wait until a player buys it because depending on what the factory produces is what will be the machinery. There's plenty of room in here to expand, and a big cave here, which I do not remember being here, but it's there. This was gonna be I don't even know what this one was. But I got bored of it, to be honest, and then I decided, screw it, I'll just put it for sale. And that's exactly what I did. This is the most recent building in Hong Kong, by the way. So I believe that is it for Hong Kong. This building here, I don't know if I've shown it off, but I'm going to do it anyways. Office building. That's it. But I think it's cool. It doesn't have stairs. There's only two buildings in the entire city. That one and that one, stairs. And this one is the one that I said was similar to the one over there. I'm trying to think of anything else I could have missed. Helicopter. Looks a bit ugly, but like I said, it's the first helicopter I ever built in this world. That one's over like a year old, I think. Anyways, this city was the second city ever built in this world. Ever. There was Miami. Okay, maybe the third, actually. There was Miami, Knoxville, which was just a made-up town in Kentucky, probably. And then Hong Kong. And it came very far since I've started it, and I'm very proud. But oh my god, there's one more building, and I completely forgot it, and it is right here. Take a guess what it is. Domino's. Domino's. And there's pizza. No wings, though. I forgot the wings. Oops. Yeah, there's the pizza. Man, you know, seeing a world like this, I just really wish that I could have mods on console like you can on Java. If I could have furniture and cars and stuff, the amount that would open up so many doors of stuff that I can do. Like with these buildings, they could have real cubicles, they could have real tables and chairs, actual food being sold at these restaurants instead of just named items. It would be cool. And I was thinking maybe one day I could transport this to Java somehow and then put mods on it. But I'm not really much of a PC player, and I don't want to rebuy Minecraft for $30, even though I might at some point. Just for mods. But, you know, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, this city is a lot more interesting than New York City, in my opinion. Well, first of all, it has a port with 2 whole ships inside of it. New York City has none. And missing blocks. This place has, apparently. Really large. Really large city. Anyway, so yeah, I'm currently doing a flyover, by the way. Of, like, the entire city. So I guess, if you guys enjoyed the video, and if you made it this far, this is a long video. So if you actually watch the entire thing, I really appreciate it. You know, and hey, leave a comment, you know, tell me your opinion. What do you think about these cities, you know? I think they're pretty neat, to be honest, and I might record more tours of other cities, and I probably will, you know. What's the point of building these if no one's gonna see them, you know? Or like only a select few people. You know, this video likely won't get many views on YouTube, but like, it's out there so people can see it at least. So it can be viewed by anybody, even if it's not viewed by anybody. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be another tour. So, bye.